Hello everybody and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out a very strange game called Pestering Party Plebs for Pizza. Yes, we are continuing on in the pizza trend, and this, well, actually might be the last one of that group, but this is by Nick Sudan, and it is a very strange game that sort of defies genre expectations. Not really sure how to classify this one, but it is listed on GameJolt as an arcade game, and what we're going to be doing in this game is essentially trying to infiltrate a rival club at the command of this character you see in front of us here. This is the Party King, and he's actually being put out of business by this rival club, in fact. So we're supposed to go in there and try and do our best to cause chaos and cause all the patrons to leave that club, where they will then find solace in the beautiful, sweet arms of whatever it is that our Party King has going. So what's this? A new club. Club Swag is opening. They'll put my club out of business, yo. The Party King ain't gonna let that happen, yo. Miranda, time to call the boys in, yo. Your mission is to ruin Club Swag for me, yo. Use social abilities on clubbers to make friends plus enemies, yo. Then introduce one to each other and watch chaos, yo. There's only so many ways you can really put a spin on the inflection in saying yo, apparently. Don't get beat up, though. Best player will get pizza, yo. So go, 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 yo. Alright, so that is our introduction. And we'll have a few options here. The main thing is this is designed to be sort of a score attack style game, so it's ideally played with some real life, like IRL friends sitting with you, but I'm going to be playing by myself. This is kind of how I roll, and let's just start it up. We have a few choices here for characters that we can select from. Oh, and also they want you to sign into the GameJolt system so you can get your account in there, and then there'll be leaderboards, so it's, you know, it makes a little bit more sense to try and go for a high score when you can also compete with people online, right? So I haven't actually signed in my particular case, but I probably could have. So we can play as the regular Joe. His abilities are that he can socialize or cuss. He's got a recharge time of 2 seconds, and he comes with 2 health. We've got the stoner who doesn't know how he got here. He can joke and smoke. His recharge time of 4 seconds, and he only gets 1 health. We've got the jock who lives for 2 things, getting girls and fighting dudes. He can impress or insult. His recharge time is 3 seconds, and he comes with 3 health. So essentially we've got your average, your low health, high recharge time, and then your high health, high recharge time. It's kind of the trade-off, I suppose, there. I've tried a couple of runs of this, and so far I think I've had the most success with the stoner just because he seems to be the most easy to polarize a group of people. So for the sake of this video, I think we will choose this character and see how it goes. So let's navigate this party setting. By the way, strobe warning, if you have epilepsy problems, probably don't want to watch this one for too long. There will be lots of flashing colors when I begin to cause chaos. So the first thing that I want to do is take a look around, see who we've got here. We've got groups of people in all different colored shirts, and it really doesn't matter how I approach any of them, but for the sake of making things convenient and easy for me, I'm going to start to befriend people with light-colored shirts, so I remember that I'm trying to befriend those people. And then I'm going to anger people with, like, red and dark-colored shirts for the most part, although I guess this dark blue, I guess we'll just group them in with the light-colored shirts, because I don't know why. The only reason I say that that's an issue is because you kind of only have so much time. As you can tell, there's a time limit up at the top there, and if we spend too much time trying to convince certain people to like us, and then we end up getting in a fight with another group and then forget, we're going to end up wasting time trying to reverse the polarity of a group that we've already dealt with in the past. So we're getting too close to these people and smoking near them, and as you can see, they're not all too happy about it. So what's going to happen in just a few moments is they're going to start to get ticked at me, and they're going to form an angry mob. So we're going to hope that the light-shirted people that we converted are going to hang out and stand on my side and come in and fight for me, causing chaos and increasing my chaos points. Now you're probably wondering, what's the whole thing with the health? Well, if we anger a group too quickly, or we're too close to them, they can actually all of a sudden turn on us and, like, throw a bottle at us or do something awful like that. And what that's going to result in is us losing all of our health and being stunned and forced to stand still for a long time. And nobody wants to do that. That doesn't sound fun at all. So that kind of is all that we really do in this particular game, unfortunately. I would have liked to have seen some more diversity or some more personality imbued upon the characters, but as far as the presentation goes, you know, it looks really good. The animations are minimalistic, but they get the job done. There's enough diversity in the looks of the people, from what I can tell, that it seems like, you know, it's a reasonably convincing party setting. I mean, obviously the dance floor is massive, and I'm going to just assume that we're in like an aircraft hangar for this party, which I'm sure has happened before. So I guess these lime green or yellow colored shirt people are going to be my next targets for enemy behaviors. And by the way, what happens after I make them angry at me and they fight with somebody is they actually will just leave the party. So all the same can be said for the happy people. Eventually they might leave as well. So we want to make sure that if we do have that happen, we want to have you know, some time to think about it and be able to get out of the way, because the same people that we might have angered, all of a sudden there might be nobody to come to our aid after we're done. So you'll see they'll all file towards the exit here because they are, you know, putting their tail between their legs and running away. This party did not turn out well for them, unfortunately. But, you know, it turned out well for me because I'm going to be drowning in pizza real soon. And that's really my only concern as this game proceeds. So I've got a nice cache of people over in the corner here who all seem to be on my side. Why don't we anger the orange shirt people because, you know, orange shirts. What are you doing, guys? Come on. It's nice of them to color code themselves for me, too. I really appreciate that. They could have all chosen to wear, you know, white and black and print shirts of all various kinds, and I never would have been able to tell. So we've still got a minute 44, and plenty of chaos points are trickling in. I saw some of the records that people had were like up in the 3,000 plus chaos points, so I don't know how they're that good at this game. Maybe they use their time much, much more efficiently, but I'm actually hitting the button as quickly as it generally lets me, with the exception of the times when I was sort of taking a moment to walk around and talk while I was looking around at the scene. So we're going to anger the pink shirt people this time. And you can't actually completely clear out the club from what I've been able to tell. You can just sort of do your best to keep them filtering through and just working towards chaos points. But it seems like, for the most part, you're never going to just have a completely empty club, which, you know, that could have been kind of fun. I can imagine there could be like a world map where you sort of infiltrate one club after another to try and put them all out of business. And it could be kind of interesting to see like how each club deals with somebody becoming like a rabble-rouser in their midst. Maybe they throw a bouncer in, maybe they have, you know, various other impediments that might get in my way and cause me harm. And I could see this sort of becoming an ever-evolving issue, that maybe there's certain reasons why some clubs are harder to crack than others, and maybe I could actually level up skills and, you know, charisma, or, you know, being a smooth talker to get out of certain problems. And I could just sort of see this turning into sort of a divide and conquer situation. Maybe I could even hire people to my aid that maybe could come and help in the event that maybe I find myself completely outnumbered. I'm imagining maybe my reputation starts to get around that I'm starting to cause trouble for these clubs, and people recognize my face, and then all of a sudden the entire club turns against me, and who am I but one man? And what am I going to do against the tremendous odds of having an entire club angry at me, right? So that's when I guess I would put into effect some of my alternative strategies. So it looks like that's time, and I ended up with 1,010 points, and that's what I scored. A fabulous 10,010. Count of how much pizza you were... Oh, that got cut off, actually. I think that's because I made the window not full screen. So yeah, that's my reward, as I get all of this pizza raining from the sky. It's a wonderful day. And that is Pestering Party Plebs for Pizza. It's not, unfortunately, the deepest thing, but it was created for a Game Jolt contest. In fact, contest number 10. So I imagine it was probably made in a reasonably short time. Also, still says it's in development, so there is a chance that there might still be more being added to it. But I really do like the presentation and the music and the art style and everything like that. I just wish there was more depth to it. It seems like a common trend with pizza games lately for whatever reason. But I could definitely see this becoming the type of thing that I would easily pay for if there ended up being, you know, like a campaign that I was talking about, and a little bit more in terms of depth. I like the irreverence, I like the over-the-top nature of it, and I like the fact that we're getting paid in pizza. That just seems like a nice way to work things out. Because really, when you're dealing with, you know, subterfuge like this, or trying to subvert another organization, you know, what other ways are you going to really hire a bunch of college kids to come and speak on behalf of your club? Well, I guess you could get them drunk a lot or something like that, but, you know, pizza seems like it would work pretty well as well. And it's just pouring out of that logo. It's reminding me a little bit of Cookie Clicker. Anyway, I think that's going to be about it for this one. Definitely go check it out if you're interested. There will be a link, of course, in the description. It is only a 10 megabyte download, so it's nice and small. If you got some friends that you want to maybe play around with, might be a fun experiment to get them all together and have them all play on the same keyboard. And the game is nice enough to actually lay out everyone's keys on the same keyboard, so you don't necessarily need a ton of input methods or anything like that. So let me know what you think about this one in the comments. If you enjoyed it, let me know that. If you didn't enjoy it, let me know that as well. Say what you might have changed to make it better in your opinion. And of course, be sure to come back again tomorrow. New episodes of Indie Impressions go up every single day. So if you enjoyed this one, consider leaving a like on it and coming on back tomorrow for another episode, because I will be back for that, and I hope you will too. So catch you then. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.